Welcome to Math Explained, where we explain math. In this video, we are going to be unpacking some of the basics of square and cube roots. We're going to break down square roots and cube roots separately. So let's start with square roots. Before we talk about what a square root is, we need to know what it means if a number is squared. We say a number is squared if it is to the exponent 2. We call it that way because it is like we are multiplying two sides of a square to find the area. For example, if I had a square and the sides measured 5 each, to find the area I do 5 times 5, or 5 squared. The area of a square would be 25. A square root is the exact opposite of a number squared. If the area of the square is 25, the square root of 25 is trying to figure out how long the one side length is. If 5 squared equals 25, then the square root of 25 equals 5. One way we can find the square root of a perfect square is using our product of prime factors. For example, 144 can be rewritten using product of prime factors as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. To find the square root, I need to divide these factors into two equal groups. Right now I have 4 2's and 2 3's. If we split these into two groups, I would have 2 2's and 1 3 in each group. 2 times 2 times 3, or 12, is the answer to the square root of 144. Let's try another example. Let's find the square root of 7,225. Begin by finding the product of prime factors of 7,225. 7,225 equals 5 times 5 times 17 times 17, or 5 squared times 17 squared. Now we split these factors into two equal groups. 5 times 17 and 5 times 17. The square root of 7,225 is 5 times 17, or 85. Now let's look at cube and cube roots. If a number is cubed, that means it has the exponent 3. In other words, a number is multiplied by itself and then by itself again. This would be like having a cube with a side length of 3. The volume of the cube is length times width times height, or 3 times 3 times 3. 3 cubed. The volume of this cube is 27. Just like square root, cube root looks to find the single side length from the volume. The symbol of cube root is very similar to the square root, but has a little 3 on it to show it's different. Similar to square root, for a perfect cube root, we start with our product of prime factors. This time, instead of splitting our factors into two equal groups, we need to split our factors into 3 equal groups. Let's look at the number 1,000. Using product of prime factors, 1,000 equals 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 times 5 times 5, or 2 cubed times 5 cubed. If we split these evenly into 3 groups, we would get 2 times 5, 2 times 5, and 2 times 5. The result of one of these groups is our cube root of 1,000. So, the cube root of 1,000 equals 2 times 5, or 10. With both these examples, we only dealt with perfect squares and perfect cubes, so the prime factors always split nicely. If they do not split nicely, then we do not have perfect squares or cubes, and it becomes more complex. We are not going to get into that in this video, but perhaps a future video. Hopefully this video helped you learn more about square and cube roots. For more Math Explained videos, subscribe and check out the rest of our explanations. And as always, have a great day.